Sovereigns are a backline perk. Press F to activate your Cytherian Ritual Dagger ability. When this ability is used, you will throw a dagger. The dagger will have 5 spectral daggers around it wherever it lands. Enemies within range who have not already been hexed will be hit by homing spectral daggers, hexing them. At 100% charge, the ability is thrown normally. However, if used again, the user will lose 5 health, which will be used to throw the dagger until it reaches 100%, at which point it will no longer cost health. The Sovereign's shove is replaced by a dagger that inflicts hex on damage. This dagger does 10 damage and temporarily stuns the opponent. Enemies that die while under the effect of hex will be resurrected as spectral thralls. Other than the symbol appearing at any distance and the unmistakable purple aura, hex has no particular effects while the victim is alive. These thralls are weak, with only 35 HP and the ability to grapple. Sovereigns, on the other hand, specialize in numerical strength. A thrown dagger can hex 5 adjacent targets, resulting in the creation of 5 thralls. Pros: increased stamina from 100 to 175. Your shove is replaced by a cursed dagger. Cons: reduced melee damage, reduced movement speed. Advice for newer sovereigns: do not spam your ability. If you are low on health, this ability can and will kill you. You are here to create thralls, not to fight. You are better suited to guns because you are terrible with melee weapons. You can use the ballistic dagger in conjunction with your ability, capable of doing 22 damage each push. If you spam your shove, your enemies will have a small window to strike you back. To have quicker movement speed, keep your melee slot unused. Make guns such as the High Kappa and AKM. Allow your team to handle the waves. You'll only get hit if you try to kill even one enemy. Recommended melee weapon: simply keep your hands bare for quicker movement speed. However, if you want to frontline, which I do not recommend, use the billhook because of the stun on hit. Recommended traits: simply use impatient to negate your movement speed debuff, because it influences your shoves. Aggressive behavior: professional since you'll be using guns a lot. Recommended equipment: the only equipment required is a ballistic knife. This effectively doubles your damage. Your shove, on the other hand, is a last resort. Let me give you some more advice. I would never touch this perk with a 10-foot pole. It's just too weak for direct battle, and the summoning is ineffective given the number of enemies in later waves. They are slaughtered practically instantly. It's harder to get rations since you rely on your daggers, which deal 10 damage every hit or 22 damage with the ballistic dagger. It might be handy for diverting the opponent for a few seconds while your teammates kill the enemies who are distracted by the thralls.